Hello, and welcome. This is Dark Theme recording, and that could be fun. I don't know. Just figured I'd do it. We're gonna go ahead and do just a standard solo game here. I'm looking forward to just a little bit of variety in the runs. Let's see what we got. Sorry, what was that? The other one though? Helion. Not much going on for Helion. There's some energy. One thing I like is that there's like I see insects and then I see farming, trees, grass, but like that would be amazing to see in a draft like 8 generations in. And then you grab the whole package and then you use them in the next couple of turns. But for us that's not really a thing. Instead we kind of just have peroxide power, Mars University, a mining area, gene repair, and then some standard projects? I'm not a huge fan of this, to be honest. But we're... Oh, man, are you kidding me? Both titanium locations are locked out. That's my mining area. Ruined. So I would like to buy a greenery because we get our money back on it because it's over 20, and we're going to grab a card. So I'm a little bit desperate for cards, but by getting us board position, I can get the mining area. And how do we feel about the card we got? Well, feel okay. Yeah, and then Protected Valley, Subterranean. Sadly, we don't have enough for Protected Valley. Subterranean Reservoir we could do to get the 2-card Ocean, maybe. I don't really want to reduce our ME production right away. Ice Asteroid, Carbonate Processing, so now I'm more interested in that, but let's pass. I'm thinking that the greenery that goes in an ocean tile, oh my god, I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden. Protected Valley. I think that that would be pretty hot for us. Here's where I'm struggling though, because I have $26 if you consider the fact that I have 3 steel. I need 23. But I also see a Search for Life, Mining Rights, and an Adapted Lichen, and I kind of like the idea of all of those cards. Though again, there's no titanium to make a production of. But this wouldn't be a bad time to get another steel production. Do I have many steel cards? I do. So what if we just did all of them? I don't think I want to do Decomposers. It's a little bit too early for me to go for the points. But the Science tag I think is valuable because it's a card cycle that can help me get to Gene Repair. So let's do that. Mining Rights. Ooh. I'm gonna do it up here because I plan on Protected Valley in here or something anyway. So. Bless me. And then Adapted Lichen. I think getting the plants moving is nice. Though heat generally is something I lean into a little bit earlier. I like to do heat and then plants, but we have a heat production card. I think Dev Center is reasonable. And now I still can't get Protected Valley, but I think I can get it next turn. So this turn, let's get peroxide and then the heat production. Because peroxide power and then heat production means that we'll have an extra energy as well. So we can talk about whether or not we want to get a dev center, or we're going to wait to do it all with Mars University built, or, you know, having one extra energy left over is nice for the number of single energy activatable cards. Another science tag that can use steel and greenhouses. I think I'm grabbing 3 cards again. I feel like I'm drafting heavy, but Indentured Workers, for example, is the opposite of an extra card. It's losing a point to gain $5 is really what selecting this card means. Oceans will help us later on to wrap up our terraforming. Might as well get points for playing them. And then Natural Preserve is another science tag that we can play and gives us money income. So, not bad. So we're going to play this for free. And then Protected Valley is within our range. I wanted to do it here. But is there anything else I want to play this round? Getting the 2 steel would not be enough to play the Natural Preserve, so I think getting the plants is pretty sensible. Oh, and we get $4 back because it's over 20. I genuinely forgot about that. So Ice Asteroid is going to be pretty freaking great. How many oceans do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 down, another one. So we're at 6 and we need 9. So keep your eye open for an ocean. Not bad. The heat is coming and the plants are coming, but they're both coming too slowly to give us a TR engine that I'm really looking for. I do like Ore Processor, and something like Asteroid Mining is cool, but we're nowhere near high enough in income to be able to strike that card. So we don't have the income to afford the income, really. The ocean would be nice too, but I think I'm gonna lean towards building out this science pad. The only question is, do I want to buy a card to cycle? And I think I'm just going to cycle out Search for Life. So, no card here. Mars University. We cycle out a Search for Life because I don't feel desperate for a science tag anymore. Oh, sponsors is good though. Sadly, I cannot play Natural Preserve for a card. I think I'm going to play Development Center and not buy a card. Or not cycle a card. Which I hate. I really hate doing, because now I'm buying a card for an energy. But, you know. And would you rather have 2 money? Yeah. Because we got Giant Ice Asteroid. Oh my god. That's one of the classic cards that's like so much value for terraforming the planet. It's not super value in like a competitive game because it's only worth 4 points, but when you're trying to terraform the planet and you got a time crunch, 4 steps is quite nice. Hired raiders. Our steel isn't worth any extra. We do have things to do with the steel. I think it is worth doing just to have another event played. Then we're going to draw a card. Underground City. Okay. Let's steal this. So again, the steel has a value of 2. We get to steal from the neutrals, so screw them. But yeah, it costs $1 to play the card. You know. Man, I'm not sure I want to get rid of Underground City, but I guess I don't have the energy for it anyway. I just wish I had a better place to put this. If I grab 2 plants, Can't even grab 2 plants in a convenient spot, though. If I grab 1... No, I'm gonna grab the 2 steel. I think that we're gonna find more cards that require steel. We gotta, right? You gotta get building tags at one point. We're not in a rush to play Colonizer Training Camp, so... You know what? We're gonna cycle it out. I don't see us going for a Jovian. We don't have titanium. So we're not going for mass Jovians, despite 2 points for $8 being really good. It's just not the cards we need, you know? Pull out your Batman quotes or something. 18 TR, research outpost, that's a good use for steel. So it's like Noctis farming, but is it that good? Get rid of Martian rails for recycle. So we've got 6 oceans in hand right now, plus our freebie and 1 here. So really, there's only 1 ocean left to do. That's pretty fun. Where can we even city that's interesting? Because I like the idea of a city down here. So maybe a city here. So and then you're built. Nah, I like a city here. Here. It's hard to choose, but I want the research outpost. I'm just debating on whether I want to get a card with it, so I have something to cycle. I'm gonna do that. Despite my ability to draw a card, the last couple of rounds I've been drawing good cards, so... Yeah, like something like bushes, for example. Like bushes, for -10, which is, you know, halfway up the track, 2 plant production and 2 plants up front is, if you ask me, a steal. I mean, I could always put it here. This minimizes the waste of... You know what? I am going to do here. And then I'm going to get rid of Martian rails, because we don't have the energy. I already have 1 energy, and that's, like, struggle enough. Then we would like to place a greenery. If I put it beside an ocean, we'd have $2 more. $16 is not enough to buy anything that we care about. So we're just going to put it by our city, or we're going to get a card that I said maybe I want a city there in the future. I want the card. I really went back and forth on that one, but hey, look, building industries. Would we rather have a card draw next turn or building industries? I'm not sure. If we were Thorgate, we could buy an energy production for $8 and I could do both, but we're not Thorgate. Two steel. You know what? I'm gonna build it in the hopes that I get a card that costs steel that gives me energy next turn. I'm gonna get it, and everyone's gonna be like, praise the Messiah. He has foreseen the cards. He knew it was coming. He cheated. He did not cheat. He did not cheat. He should have cheated. A large convoy is potentially a lot of points. Now, as much as I like Ice Asteroid... Well, I was going to say as much as I like Ice Asteroid, but I think I can afford to do Ice Asteroid. And because of our $4 rebate, I can also get an $11 power plant. Yeah, $4 rebate's pretty great. I'm going to put it here and here. Because that gets us lots of plants, gets us pretty close, and then this is now a really good spot for a greenery, so I don't have to struggle next time when I'm trying to decide. And $11 for a power plant. That feels extra nasty when I could spend $14 to get to -24. You know. And I better find a use for that steel, because if not, I'll just buy Physics Complex just for the card cycle, and that's an expensive card cycle. Mass Converter. Yas! 6 energy, baby. This is why we invest in science. Urbanized area? I think urbanized area is worth grabbing because we have steel. And then we have 2 earth tags. Is it worth spending 10 bucks to get $2 worth of production 5 times? No, because you just break even. And the earth tag itself is valuable, but not super hot. I don't like tardigrades, so don't even at me for that. GHG factories, don't mind if I do. So we'll take a bunch of energy. Oh my god, that's so nice. I think I'm gonna get rid of the physics complex. Everything else is useful. Well, I actually just got 6 energy production, didn't I? No. Like an urbanized area, where would I actually put that? It's good, but like... And now I'm questioning Noctis farming. Like 2 plants for 10 bucks. Like, is that good? I don't know. I'm more worried about our heat than I am about our plants. I'm gonna get rid of Noctis farming. I guess it has a point on it though, and it uses steel. This is hard. Like I feel like I have good cards. But I don't know, I think Physics Complex is a little bit of a pipe dream. I want that energy to turn to heat anyway. So I ended up going that way. 2 micros. I mean, I'm definitely playing GHG factories. We got to get this heat on the road. So now it's just a question of extreme cold. And I think a plant production for 12 bucks is worth it, especially seeing as if we get synergy, we could start blowing up, you know, an oxygen bump or a heat bump or whatever one of those micro cards we may find. So that could be a lot of fun. Being able to put 2 microbes on a card as an action just is such a sweet spot. Oh, Olympus Conference and all the energy cards I prayed for. I think it's worth doing. I'm debating the fusion power, but it's also a science tag that works with Olympus Conference, so... And I have all that extra steel, so bear with me. Soletta is not something I intend to play. It's really good to get 7 heat income, but not for $35 in round 10. You'll get 3 heat bumps out of it, and you could just spend 14. Well, I guess technically it's not the worst trade, but I don't have enough for it, so I'm not going to be able to play it anyway. And doing it for less than 4 productions is definitely a loss. I like this. 2 heat. Talking about how weak our heat game is. My problem is that I continuously am getting cards that I like. I think I'll do the fusion power for 7. And it's going to get me a card from Olympus Conference, which is notable. So now I can look at that. Ugh, a microbe card. And I could play it this round. Man, this has been hard. I think I'm gonna get rid of the urbanized area. But that was a really hard choice. I know that I don't have to choose any of them. But it's a waste of breath, in my opinion, not to. And we're actually gonna grab the TR. This is a little bit of just a points card, but technically it's income, and I can get a click every generation for like 3 generations because of my synergy. Do I play these cards? I definitely play this one for the heat income. And this is a money back, so this is $4 back. and 4 energy. So it's less than a... It's basically $1 a heat that will end in the bowl, the $4 back, and then I'll have a random extra energy, but whatever. 10 energy income, like the fact that we have this much energy and heat makes me optimistic that we can save this, because we have a lot. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I have like dust in my throat? I don't know. I'm sure it's happened to you guys, but I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm dying. Yeah, I don't feel super hot about this. Obviously, I see fish, and I think, I gotta grab this card, because if we find ourselves in a position where I can afford it, that and Large Convoy are an obvious sink for lots of good points. And this is not required, so we need to cycle in the future. That's fine. Now, I have a lot of really good cards in hand, but my problem seems to be that they're all a little bit too expensive, or it's just not quite hot enough. So I'm trying to figure out, am I going to buy heat bumps, buy oxygen bumps, which I get rebates on, or hold my cash for next turn? Like, I have $30. It's really hard for me to sit on $30. I get 2 heat bumps, get us to 16. But I think that next turn, we will have 22 heat. So that's only 2 heat bumps. And then if I play my Giant Ice Asteroid, that'll get us to -12. And I need -10. So I'm gonna do 1 heat bump. And that's how we're gonna walk the middle. I could do 1 more heat bump, and it would net me a little bit more cash if I did it this generation versus next. But until that happens, bing. And this has been so nice. I really like getting a TR. I know I've only done it twice, but I'm going to do it a 3rd time. And then I won't be able to do it in 13, and then I will be able to do it. Eight science tags. Technically, I'm also at -8. But $5 for 1 plant income, even after the -2, I have to pay 3 for the card. So it's $6 to get 2 plants. And if I can buy a greenery for 23 -4 after rebates, right? So 19. I don't know, it's like $2 a plant. Divided that, like $3 a plant. $2.50 a plant, whereas this is $3. I don't like this. I'd rather just have the money. So let's draw a card. And then let's be awesome. I'm glad I saved money. And now I don't care about... Nah, this one's the worst. Because at least Callisto's over 20, which is helpful in a way. Strip Mine. I think I'd rather a Giant Ice Asteroid, but... Because I can play Media Group and afford Giant Ice Asteroid. And that's awesome. And I'm going to get $7 back already. But if I go here and here, I'm getting money back for the ocean adjacencies. I can put the greenery in the pocket. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Because I want to be able to afford bushes. Because I'm more worried about the plants, for some reason, than the heat. And that's dumb, because the heat like, I get such a discount on doing plant stuff. I think it's better to do this than the strip mine. Because the strip mine, I'm going to... If I wait a turn, I'll just have more metal to put into it. And I'm not really needing titanium income. I mean, titanium income is the only good thing from it, to be more clear. So 2 microbes here, and then wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. This is pretty good. We have another 20-something heat next round. 24 is actually 3 heat bumps, so that's coming up. And we still have another production after that, so it's pretty good. Let's talk about discounts and events and the capital city. It's good use for steel. Oceans. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are good for oceans if I play large convoy, so I'm not going to take permafrost extraction. Despite it being net $5 versus this ocean being net 31. And I think I still want the discount, but why do I want the discount? Do I have space stuff? I have 2 space cards. My mind is telling me that discount's good, but I'm not sure that it is. The energy production's pointless. And I'm not going to use it on a million cards. It gets me a card cycle. But the only thing I would cycle is the space card that it's discounting. Sadly, I have to leave a good science card behind. Capital, I'm okay with because it's steel. Wow. And watch me take Sabotage because I'm the worst. Sabotage, yes. $7 from the neutral player. Screw you. Don't worry, I got money back for it, so it was actually free to play. Straw card. If I get a bunch of space cards now, I'm gonna be so pissed. Ooh. Instead they give me Earth Catapult, but for the same reason, like... $20. If I play every card in hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's gonna get me $12 back in cost reduction. Is that worth it? I think so, because it's 2 points for 16 bucks because I get $4 back. So this one's oddly enough worth it to me, whereas $2 off just space was not worth it. Now, is it strip mine or capital? I think the strip mine's better. Well, the capital could get me the plant. 1, 2, 3. I think the strip mine is better for paying for capital than capital is paying for strip mine. But I think I can get both, actually, because capital, if you place it here, is just awesome. And then we get money back. We're all the way back up to 40 bucks, yeah. So then we strip mine. Okay. We could Callisto. If I plan on playing everything, it's worth it. I think this just goes beside our city somewhere. I really want to put it here. I think I am going to play Callisto. It feels crazy, though. I have so many green rays to do. Maybe that's crazy. I think it's too crazy. What I should have done is just bought a heat bump, I think. Because I only have 2 heat bumps lined up. And I could have had the ocean. Yeah, I'm going to do the heat bump. So that gets me the ocean. That goes here. And And sadly, had I done it in a different order, I could have put this here and had enough for Lake Marineris. Oh, I do have enough, because I freaking -5 on it. Oh, wow. That, like, this game is playing with my heart. I kind of want this card. This card, a card in $4, or 2 titanium, and $2 in a plant. And then some better things when I go for these plants. Yeah, I'm going to start with the safe bet, which is this stuff down here. And next generation, when I play my last ocean, I will talk about it. So this card here has no microbes on it. So I'm going to activate it to put one on itself. And then I'm going to do this for a plant income. Because next generation, if I want to do the bump, I can put 2 microbes on it. And if I need a plant to win, I'll do a plant. But I can't go back in time and switch my choice to a plant. So either way, I have my choice of poison next round. If one plant makes the difference, then one plant makes the difference. Which it could. I'm at 7 plants. We have a lot of greeneries to go. I'm glad I didn't do, whatchamacallit. Oh my god, space station too. Can't afford it though. Nor is it all that good for us. Draw a card. I mean, MedLab is good because it's free and it's a card cycle. And as good as our Jovian card is, I don't think it's that good. Well, it's better than Fuel Factory because Fuel Factory does nothing for us in the last round. We do not have enough plants. And Nitrolithic Moss will not get us there. So, I really, really wanted to large convoy for 5 fish, or 4 fish. We would have ended up with 5 fish, but I have to do it for plants. Because we are just too far behind. And I'm going to get a card. And 5 plants. Yeah, that hurts. And here's a bunch of cheap oceans. God, that's chicken soup for the hurt of your soul. We do not have enough money though, kids. I really don't want to have to threaten to turn this car around, but we need every single plant we can get. Actually, I think I could have put... I was going to have to buy at least 2 greeneries, right? So I could have just bought each one on the sides of my cities. I'm trying to maximize rebate, though. Because now plants don't matter. But I can only buy, like, 1 more greenery, and I'm still missing 2 heat bumps, so... I think we just buy the 2 greeneries next to our cities and call it a sad day. We were just a little bit too slow on a lot of things, it would seem. I don't feel like I went particularly greedy at most of the crossroads where I had a choice of being greedy or not. I chose the non-greedy alternative. I can't even go here. I just gotta put beside my city. We're gonna lose. I'm sorry, kids. Yeah, we're gonna sell everything here that isn't Comet. Oh, I don't even have enough for Comet. Yeah, rats. I thought I had enough. If I had played Comet first, I would have actually gotten the $4 rebate and the $3 rebate for the event. So I would have ended up with more points. We're going to do this. Or, for also alternative, if I had a single dollar, I could sell this card and just buy the heat bump for 14. Instead, I can't afford either because I've misplayed the hand. I mean, it was for a losing point, so we're not going to kick ourselves too hard about it. It sucks to have 5 plants here at the end. Be like, well, could have done something, but... Nope. 93 on a loss. Our start was really rough with Credit Core, with us buying greeneries to put a mine down to get steel instead of titanium because of the neutral placements. So, you know, hate on the neutral players for sure. I sabotaged them to get them back, but wasn't enough to keep us ahead of them in the game, that's for sure. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know if me being kind of faded away in the dark has been a positive or negative. There's like a weird focus on my bright face and dark background, but if you enjoyed, let me know. If not, also let me know. See you next time. Cheers.